Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Zebu Nation Plays the FM Scout Academy Challenge with FC Dallas. And here we are, Season 9 playoffs. If you watched our previous series versus Houston in the Western Conference semifinals, you saw quite the nail-biter there at the end. Take a look at our schedule, and in the Western Conference semifinals, we stole Houston's heart at home at their home with a 91st minute goal to take the 2-1 lead. And then they tried to do the same to us at our house, going up pretty much at every point in the game. They went up, I believe, 1-0, and then 2-1, and then 3-2. And eventually we came back and tied it at 3-3 to win that in quite a dramatic fashion. But now we're moving on to the Western Conference Finals versus Los Angeles. And we've played the first leg already. Let's take a look at that first leg. And here we are. We got the 2-0 victory away from home at Los Angeles. And as you can see, our ratings were very, very good here, especially our central defense. They were pretty much unbeatable with a pair of 8.2 ratings for our central defenders. That's out of this world. They also had an assist from Valenzuela and a goal from Ruthven. So that's a lot of production from our central defense. Valenzuela got the man of the match. And overall, we played pretty well. Our attacking players, their ratings were just sort of average. Even with Alcantara getting a goal, he only had a 6.9 rating, which isn't terrible, but it's not exceptional either, especially compared to the rest of our team. Our defense and our midfield played very, very well. Now, if you look on the other side there at Los Angeles, they've got a lot of mediocre rankings as well. A lot of ratings, mediocre ratings. But the right side of their defense let them down. Philip Foos and Anachero with a 6.2 and a 6.3 rating. Not the best in the world. So let's take a look at the highlights from that first leg. Dang it, I clicked on extended highlights. Let's just go with the key highlights. How about that? So here's the opening kickoff of the first half. Not much going on here. And there you go. There's our first half, ladies and gentlemen. It was a very slow, very sluggish first half. Here's Guevara in the second half, 56 minutes with the free kick. This is a bit of a longer highlight. It bounces around a little bit. But, what Los Angeles didn't do well was deal with our pressure. You can see our high pressure there causing the turnover. Van de Castile gets the ball. We eventually get it up to Manning, back to Guevara. So we're passing around the triangle very well. There's Zamora playing in the midfield now. Alcantara gets it out wide to Cole. That was an excellent play. And then the cross comes, and there's not Washington. There's Manning, triple teamed, and then undercut at the goal, and that gets us a penalty. And of course, who's going to take the penalty but Alcantara? I can't get away from this guy. No matter who I put there in the penalty spot, they seem to get injured, and it falls back to Alcantara to take the penalty. So here it is. Not a great kick, but it squirts by the goalkeeper who had a pretty bad attempt at stopping it, honestly. He could have just booted that ball away rather than try to dive for it. But now here we are, 86th minute with the corner kick. Valenzuela to Ruthven. I love that play. That's my favorite play. And the LA fans are despondent. We're down 2-0, and here's the 89th minute. Los Angeles tries to get one back, but the header goes wide. That's pretty much their last attempt. So it's a nice, dominant win, 2-0 over Los Angeles. That brings us into the second leg at home. Now, we got a little overconfident with Houston, going up with those 2 away goals, and then they got 3 back. So I think we've learned a lesson from that. We're not going to be quite as cavalier. There's Cole with one late attempt that goes just wide of the goal. That would have been some real icing on the cake there. But now that's the end of those highlights. So we're once again in the catbird seat here going into the second leg. Let's take a look at the match preview. Looks like Los Angeles might be going defensive. This is the formation they used in the first game. It didn't work too well for them. So I got to assume they're going to change that up. They're not going to go quite as defensive when they're down 2 goals. So I doubt they'll stick with this 4-1-4-1 situation. So let's get on to our team selection. And we've got yet another injury. We've got Van de Castile with a bit of food poisoning. So he's out for another day. He's unfit, so we'll drop him out. We've had a few injuries this off-season, or this playoffs, I should say. Most notably, Adam Sanfilippo, our rookie advanced playmaker who had worked his way into the starting lineup, but he had a damaged cruciate ligament out to 6 to 8 months, so he's going to be gone for quite a while. Off into next season, he'll be gone. Then our other injury, another significant injury, was Logan McCrecky, one of our best midfielders. Luckily, he was injured for about 10 days, so he missed the first leg. He'll miss the second leg, so he missed the entire Los Angeles series, but that's okay. Midfield depth is really the strength of this team. And with that in mind, we will bring in Abdul Ghani here at defensive midfielder and give us someone to take penalty kicks now so that Alcantara doesn't have to do it. I just want to make sure that that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. But anyway, now we need another midfielder to move in there. Let's see, who do we got here? Let's see, Guevara. I think we need Guevara on the bench to play the reserve defensive midfielder role. So that will bring Guldan in the starting lineup, and that's fine. He's pretty much as good a box-to-box midfielder as Guevara is. I believe he could even play ball-winning midfielder. That's fine. We'll do that. Let's see. So now we need another midfielder to bring in here. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. We could go with rookie Legit. I think that's who we're gonna be going with. So there we go. We'll bring Legit in here, and he's another defensive midfielder. 22 years old. He's a tackling machine, but that's about all he can do. So he'll be pretty much an emergency situation. If something goes terribly wrong and Guevara is injured or something like that, otherwise Guevara can come in for, midfield or defensive midfielder. Either way, it's fine. So this is going to be our starting lineup. Sanchez in goal, Cole, Hernandez at the fullbacks, Ruthven Valenzuela at central defense, Abdul Ghani at defensive midfielder, Zamora, Guldan, Gonzalez in the midfield, Alcantara, Ben Manning. We started Manning last time because Washington didn't play so well, but I think I'll put Washington back in there. We're playing him the big bucks for moments like this, so let's put him back in the game. And go ahead and submit that team. Abdul Ghani and Guldan are lacking match sharpness. All right. That's fine. We got no choice there. Yeah, Los Angeles was pretty much the second best team in the league this season. So I think if we can get past them, we should be the favorites for the MLS Cup. I mean, we should be the favorites anyway with the season that we've had. All right, so here's Cody Peacock from the American Soccer Gazette, experienced and deceitful with a deep hatred of us. Let's see. Teams are beginning to circle around Ben Manning amidst transfer speculation. They might be interested in triggering his $4.3 million release fee. I can't predict how teams will react, so I don't really want to comment. And he insists the public will want to hear a proper answer from you. Let's see. I think we've got enough going for us here to keep our best players. So there you go. I don't know that I truly believe that, especially with our salary cap issues and our negative $2 billion fundage problem. But anyway, continue to the opponent instructions. All right. We got to focus here. We got to concentrate. It looks like they are continuing with that 4-1-4-1. I don't understand. I mean, maybe that's the formation they've gone with all season, and it's worked for them so far, but they're going to need a much more offensive formation than that to do anything about it. All right, so against Houston, I made the mistake of going counterattack when I probably shouldn't have gone counterattack. Changed it up a little too much, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to continue with our control game, high pressure. I'm just going to do what we do what dominated the league. Not mess with a good thing. So here we are, Toyota Stadium. A big crowd, sellout crowd. One of the few sellout crowds we've had this year. That's not true. We've had several. It's just, I don't know. Attendance bugs me. It's a fly in the ointment at the moment. So here we go. If we can stick to our control game and just run the clock, then we'll be fine. There's Valenzuela missing a ball. Gooch on the run. Let's see if we can catch up to him. We can. Ball goes off the post. Valenzuela comes back to knock the ball out of touch, but they get a corner out of it. This could be some danger here. Sigurdsson. Header goes high, but looks like Zamora is going to track it down. There we go. And hopefully that ends that little bit of drama. We've not done a good job of possession today, according to Tim Regan, our assistant coach. So let's change that up, and let's see if we can maintain possession. Because if we can just maintain possession and run the clock, we'll be fine. And there's the clock running. Here's, don't know if this is going to be good for them to have that goalkeeper out of there, but looks like they got out of trouble. There's a nice steal from Hernandez, the rookie. Zamora leading the charge. Oh, he gets tackled by Wirtz. Oh, but his ball goes straight to Abdul Ghani. Abdul Ghani doing good work there at the defensive midfielder. Zamora's going to play it all the way back to Valenzuela. Looks like a pretty big buildup of possession here. The Dallas fans are going wild with each pass. Ringson with the steal. They cannot clear the ball out of their own half. I'm not sure what's going on here. Guldan to Hernandez. His centering pass deflected back to Abdul Ghani. He sends it back out wide to Hernandez. Let's see if he can use some of that flair. There's a cross. Listen to the crowd roar as Alcantara scores on the header. Excellent play by Hernandez. Very good defensive work by Abdul Ghani, too. Look at him get that pass out there. And Hernandez, a nice, sharp cross. And Alcantara beats 3 defenders to the ball. And the goalkeeper to the back of the net. So there we go. Now have a 3-0 aggregate lead. 1-0 lead in the game. This is looking positive. It looks like we're going to be going through to our 3rd straight MLS Cup. Or 4th straight MLS Cup. I don't recall at the moment. We've got so many of them. Our trophy case is overflowing with MLS Cups at the moment. And Supporter Shield. We won the Supporter Shield again this year. So I'm going to have to check that out. I'm going to have to see our trophy case and see what we've won. Here's Washington in the box. Ooh, he sends it back to Guldan. Chases it down. He centers it to no avail there. They finally get the ball past Abdul Ghani. There's legit on the counterattack, but oh gosh. Alcantara not offsides. Washington with him. Oh, Alcantara. What kind of shot was that, my man? What kind of shot was that? Alright, Alcantara is only fairly good. Let's see, team talk. Yeah, I'm pleased with your performance. Keep it up. Alcantara is looking calm. He listened passionately. I mean, I want to tell him... I don't know. I guess I won't tell him anything specifically. It's just he's looked a little flaky in these playoffs. I don't know what it is. He's making shots that I've never seen him make before. It's just, I don't know. He looks nervous. I mean, we know he's got problems with big games, and I don't know. There's something about the way he's playing. I mean, he just scored a goal. I should be happy for him. I should be praising him and excited, but just, plays like that make me worry about him. Here's Hernandez with a very aggressive steal, moving the ball forward to Washington. Hernandez is a young player who thrives in big games. That's one of his attributes. So that's one of the reasons I definitely wanted to get him in that starting lineup. Just get a player who enjoys these big games. Zamora gets it out to him, and there's another cross. Oh, off the crossbar. Gul'dan almost gets the goal. That was a sneaky attempt from Gul'dan. Maybe it's pronounced Gul'dan or Golden. I don't know. I like Gul'dan. I like putting that extra emphasis on there for some reason. It's Gonzalez with the free kick to no avail, but looks like Abdul Ghani's going to chase it down. 47 minutes gone, so only 2 minutes gone in the second half, and there's already been a couple of highlights. Cole sends it forward. Not the greatest play there, but Abdul Ghani again cleaning up the mess at the defensive midfielder role. That's what defensive midfielders are for. As Alcantara gets it to Gonzalez. Forward to Washington. There's the crowd roaring for Washington's 15th goal of the season. Excellent buildup of play here. Alcantara to Gonzalez. To Washington. Gonzalez is a player who kind of lost his position this year. Even though he's on the U.S. national team, he was sitting on the bench for our team for much of the season. But now that we've had injuries, he's able to come in and perform just as well as he always has. So you got to give it up to his professionalism there. Now he gets a yellow card just to prove me wrong. He didn't get an assist on that, though. That's interesting. No, okay, he did. I was looking at Gul'dan, not Gonzalez, so that's fine. He did get the assist on that, and it was well deserved. So now it looks like we're just going to try to run out the clock, take our 4-0 aggregate victory on to the MLS Cup. Have to analyze the Eastern Conference and see who we're going to play. All right, here's a highlight from Los Angeles. They might not be done. They've got some time. There's only 78 minutes gone. If they can get past our defense. Here's Gooch making a run. Gets the ball to Williams, who centers it to Hubbard. Legit. Ugh. Adams sneaks one past Sanchez. Not happy about that. That looked like an eminently stoppable shot. This is what happens when you get good ball movement, though. You can trick some people, and there's just some late reaction. I don't know if he just didn't see the ball in time, if it was deflected or what, but they've narrowed the margin a little bit. 4-1, they've still got quite a road ahead of them. 81 minutes down. Let's get rid of some of these yellow cards here. Bring Johnson in at fullback. Move him to defensive fullback. Bring in Guevara for Gul'dan at ball-winning midfielder. So there we go. Now if we get an injury to Abdul Ghani or something like that, then we'll bring in Legit. But other than that, I think those will be the only substitutes we make. Alright, so there we go. 83 minutes down, clock ticking. Got those yellow cards out of there so we don't risk a red, and there we go. 10 seconds to go, up by 3 goals. I don't think it's going to happen for Los Angeles. Just burning the clock here. This should be full time. Very shortly, Zamora just dribbling the ball. There it is. Crowd at Toyota Stadium appreciated that one. That was a good win for us. Passionate, well done, guys. That was an excellent win. Let's go to the post-match analysis, and there we go. Valenzuela, with only a 6.9 rating, had 12 interceptions. Look at that, Los Angeles. Adams got the man of the match from Los Angeles. 8.2 rating, so he played pretty well. Take a look at our stats here. Our ratings weren't that great. Hernandez and Abdul Ghani played very well. Gonzalez, Alcantara, Washington. So it was a pretty solid game rating-wise. Their ratings were okay as well. No real holes there, but their man Shea Adams, 8.2 rating with a goal. That's pretty good. And Sebastian Legit, 7.1 rating. So some of their guys played pretty good. Take a look at the analysis here. Let's see. Cole, of course, ran 8.7 miles as he always does. Not as many interceptions as previous. 101 passes for Zamora. Goals from Washington and Alcantara. That's the kind of production we want there. So, a good solid match, which is what all we needed when we already had a 2-goal cushion. Just didn't need to choke it away. So there we go. Dallas wins the Western Conference Finals 4-1 aggregate over Los Angeles. Washington ends his goal drought. We're going to send our assistant coach over here to this assignment. Let's continue the week and see if we can figure out who we're playing in the finals. Take a look at the Eastern Conference here. Atlanta United versus New York. That's an interesting one. The Red Bulls. They're a tough team. We've played them this season already. Atlanta United, I think they gave us a little bit of trouble as well. But yeah, let's see who wins that game and see who we're going to be going up against in the Cup final. 1-game playoff, winner take all. Nope. Atlanta United, New York are still playing. Looks like Atlanta United might have won 1-0. Either that was the first game or the second game. We gotta wait for them to make the official announcement. You'd think that we would play our games on the same day, but maybe not. Player recruitment, yes, of course. They want us to go get Gill. That's not going to happen. There's all of our loan players. So like I said, we had quite a few players out on loan. We sent several players to San Antonio FC. They're a local team, but none too happy about going to some of those teams. Anyway, let's take a look at our competitions again. Still waiting to find out who we're playing. Come on now. Let's get this over with. How many times do we have to go forward? How many days do we have to wait to find this out? Yeah, we sent our director of football operations to re-sign a bunch of people. Still waiting. So we should start seeing some contracts rolling in here, especially for our staff. We had a ton of staff members. I think the one staff member we're going to replace is our head of youth development. He just hasn't been bringing in the prospects the way he should be. So we're going to replace him, get somebody, I don't know, a little bit more exciting in there. There we go. We're going to be playing Atlanta United in the MLS Cup. Let's take a look at Atlanta United. 3-star professional. They're a rich team. Their senior squad. They've got some good players. They've got some injured players, though. DeFrel and Cullen look to be some of their best players. Also, Maury's a very good defender, but he's injured. So, I don't know if we'll have time to scout all these guys. Oh, look at who they've got. Tesho Akindele, one of our former players. Season-ending injury, though. So, let's see if we can select all these guys. No, I don't think so. I think we'll have to use the shift key, maybe. There we go. Use the shift key. Get scouting reports on all of these guys. See if we can scout them down. Let's take a look at their history here. 1 Eastern Conference Championship. That's all they've got. So I assume that is this year's. That's right, 2024. Their case is a little bit barren. Let's go to our club, though. Take a look at our history. Competitions. Looking pretty good. So, yes, we've won the MLS Cup 21, 22, 23. So, this will be our 4th in a row if we can win it. We've already won 3 Supporter Shield in a row. Our 4th one overall. No, 5th one. No, 4th one overall. 2015. We started in 2016. So, yeah, we've won 4 Supporter Shields. We've won 4 MLS Cups. No, won 3 MLS Cups, had runner-up twice. All right. Anyway, lots and lots of trophies. So we'll see you next time for the MLS Cup. So until then, see you later. Bye-bye.